could talk about hydration numbers.
Yes, I'd love to talk about diagnostics for hydration, overhydration, dehydration. To start off, would you be willing to give us some numbers? How much water should we be drinking?
The classic rule here, and you're making me do what I hate, right? I want to give all the caveats first, but I'll go straight to your number. Half an ounce per pound of body weight is a rough rule. So if you weigh, again, 200 pounds, that would mean you drink 100 ounces of water a day. Most water bottles are like 12 to 20 ounces, something like that. So, you end up drinking 6 of those or so a day, kind of like plus or minus, which is not that unreasonable. This does depend on a number of factors, which I could go over, but that is a rough starting place. The only other thing to add to that is that does not account for exercise-induced water loss or sauna or anything like that. So that's assuming just like basal daily needs. If you are exercising or sweating at all for any reasons or work-related, so folks that work outside or in the heat or a humid environment, these numbers all change and you can slide the scale up. But you generally want to drink about 125% of the fluids you've lost during that physical activity back.
And how much do you lose per hour of exercise?
That number ranges between 1 to 5 pounds, depending on the person. It can even be higher with some of our athletes. Like I can think of a number of NFL players right now. It's not uncommon for those guys to do 8 or 9 pounds, not even like crazy circumstances. If it's August and we're in Jacksonville, it's not wild for those guys to go 9, 10 pounds.
But what about the typical person who goes to a air-conditioned gym or goes out for a run on a day that is somewhere between, let's say, 55 degrees Fahrenheit and 85 degrees Fahrenheit?
You're probably looking at like a pound. It's not extremely high. If you are totally soaked, might be like 1.5 pounds to 2 pounds. If you're like come back and like your pits are a little sweaty and there's a little bit of water kind of on your neckline, it's probably more like a pound or so. So in that case, you might drink back 1.5 pounds of water.
Okay, so just to review these numbers to make sure that I'm on the correct page here. 1/2 ounce of fluid per pound of body weight is a sort of a foundation for hydration. And then you want to replace 125% of the fluid lost during exercise. And exercise varies, where exercise is done varies, whether or not people are wearing uniforms or helmets is going to impact how much fluid they lose, etc. In a very hot environment, the amount of fluid lost can be anywhere from 1 to 5, maybe even 10 pounds
easy
per hour of hard exertion. For most exercise done in conditions of 55 degrees Fahrenheit to 85 degrees Fahrenheit, done with some degree of effort, one might lose 1 pound or 2 pounds of water.
Super easy way to find out. All you have to do is weigh yourself naked, go do your workout, come back in, dry off, weigh yourself naked. That'll tell you exactly what you lost. So if you went in, you were 160 pounds, you come back out, you weigh, you're 158, you lost 2 pounds, drink back 2.5 pounds of water, you're good. So that is, honestly, it's like fairly gold standard for identifying. You can actually buy a whole bunch of technology for this.